the battle for 2024 Trump versus Harris. This election promises to be one of the most closely watched and hotly contested in recent history. The 2024 US presidential election is shaping up to be a historic showdown, with both candidates bringing unique strengths and challenges to the race. Former President Donald Trump is seeking a return to the White House, aiming to reclaim the position he held from 2017 to 2021. He faces a formidable opponent in Vice President Kamala Harris, who has made history with her groundbreaking role in the current administration. The election will hinge on key issues like the economy, healthcare, and social justice, with each candidate offering distinct approaches to these critical topics. Both candidates offer starkly different visions for the future of the United States, reflecting the deep divisions within the country. Donald Trump, known for his unconventional style and populist rhetoric, is running on a platform of economic nationalism and a promise to make America great again. His campaign is focused on reviving the American economy and restoring what he sees as traditional values. He aims to appeal to voters who feel left behind by globalization and cultural shifts, promising to bring back jobs and strengthen American industries. Kamala Harris, the first female, first black, and first Asian American vice president, represents a changing America. Her candidacy is seen as a symbol of progress and inclusivity. She is campaigning on a platform of social justice, economic equality, and a promise to unite a divided nation. Harris emphasizes the need for comprehensive reforms to address systemic inequalities. This election is not just about policy differences, it's about a fundamental clash of values and visions for the future of America. The candidates' contrasting approaches highlight the stark choices facing voters. Trump's vision is rooted in nostalgia for a perceived past greatness, while Harris's vision is forward-looking, embracing diversity and progress. Each candidate's message resonates with different segments of the American electorate. The outcome of this election will have profound consequences for the United States and its role in the world. The next president will shape the nation's policies on a global scale. It will determine the direction of the country on issues ranging from climate change to immigration to America's relationships with its allies. The stakes could not be higher. As the campaign unfolds, voters will have to decide which vision for America they believe in and who they trust to lead the nation into the future. The choice they make will define the path forward for generations to come. Campaign strategies, a stark contrast. Donald Trump and Kamala Harris are employing vastly different campaign strategies, each tailored to their unique political personas and target audiences. Trump's strategy centers around energizing his base and tapping into cultural anxieties that have been a hallmark of his political career. He continues to hold large rallies where he rails against his opponents and repeats his claims of a stolen 2020 election, a narrative that resonates deeply with his supporters. This strategy aims to mobilize his core supporters and sow distrust in the electoral process, creating a fervent and loyal base. Trump's campaign messaging focuses on familiar themes of economic nationalism, immigration restriction, and a strong stance against what he calls the radical left, themes that have defined his political identity. He frequently criticizes the Biden-Harris administration's handling of the economy, immigration, and foreign policy, positioning himself as the antidote to their policies. His rallies are characterized by fervent supporters, chants of USA, USA, and a palpable sense of grievance and defiance against the establishment. Harris, on the other hand, is running a more traditional campaign focused on policy issues and outreach to a broad coalition of voters, aiming to build a diverse and inclusive base. She is emphasizing her experience in government, highlighting her work on issues like criminal justice reform and healthcare access, showcasing her commitment to tangible policy changes. Her campaign events are often smaller and more intimate, allowing for direct interaction with voters, fostering a sense of community and personal connection. Harris's campaign messaging emphasizes themes of unity, progress, and a commitment to addressing issues like climate change, racial injustice, and income inequality, aiming to inspire hope and collective action. She is actively courting young voters, minority voters, and suburban women, demographics that were crucial to her and Biden's victory in 2020 and are seen as key to future electoral success. Her campaign events often feature policy experts, community leaders, and everyday Americans sharing their stories, creating a narrative of shared experiences and collective goals. Economic visions, divergent paths. Donald Trump and Kamala Harris present strikingly different economic visions for the United States. Trump's economic plan centers on tax cuts, deregulation, and protectionist trade policies. He argues that his policies will boost American businesses and create jobs. He often points to the pre-pandemic economy as evidence of his success, citing low unemployment rates and a strong stock market. Trump's economic nationalism emphasizes American manufacturing and energy independence. He has imposed tariffs on goods from China and other countries, arguing that these measures are necessary to protect American jobs. He has also rolled back environmental regulations, arguing that they stifle economic growth. Harris, in contrast, advocates for a more interventionist role for government in the economy. She supports raising the minimum wage, expanding access to affordable healthcare, and investing in infrastructure and clean energy. She argues that these investments will create jobs, grow the economy, and benefit all Americans. Harris's economic vision emphasizes fairness and opportunity. She supports policies aimed at closing the racial wealth gap, expanding access to education and job training, and providing affordable childcare. She believes that a strong economy should work for everyone, not just those at the top. Healthcare, a fundamental divide that continues to shape the political landscape in the United States. Healthcare remains a deeply divisive issue in American politics, and the 2024 election is no exception. The debate over how to provide and pay for healthcare has polarized voters and politicians alike. Donald Trump has repeatedly vowed to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, which he believes is flawed and unsustainable. He argues that the ACA is too expensive and burdensome for individuals and businesses, claiming it stifles economic growth and innovation. He has offered few concrete details about his own healthcare plan, but he has indicated that he favors a market-based approach with less government involvement, emphasizing the role of private enterprise. Trump's healthcare vision emphasizes individual choice and competition, believing that a free market will drive down costs and improve quality. He supports allowing people to purchase health insurance across state lines, which he argues will increase competition and lower premiums, and expanding the use of health savings accounts, giving individuals more control over their healthcare spending. He has also taken steps to weaken the ACA, such as cutting funding for enrollment outreach, which critics say has reduced access to coverage for many Americans, and allowing states to impose work requirements on Medicaid recipients, a move that has sparked significant controversy and legal challenges. Kamala Harris, on the other hand, is a staunch defender of the ACA, viewing it as a critical step towards universal health care. She supports expanding access to affordable health care through a public option, which would provide an alternative to private insurance. This public option would allow people to buy into a government-run health insurance plan, potentially lowering costs through increased competition. She also supports lowering the Medicare eligibility age, making it accessible to more Americans, and allowing the government to negotiate drug prices, which she argues will make medications more affordable for everyone. Harris's healthcare vision emphasizes access and affordability, aiming to ensure that no one is left without necessary medical care. She believes that healthcare is a right, not a privilege, and that all Americans should have access to quality, affordable care, regardless of their income or background, and that all Americans should have access to quality, affordable care. Her plan aims to bridge the gap between the insured and uninsured. She argues that her plan would lower costs, improve outcomes, and provide peace of mind to millions of Americans who currently struggle with healthcare expenses, and provide peace of mind to millions of Americans. The debate over healthcare is far from over, and the outcome of the 2024 election could shape the future of American healthcare for years to come.